I'm just, right now I am replacing the number 3 jaws on my scroll chuck and I'm gonna put on the coal jaws so that I can apply pressure from the tailstock. And by golly, they're not. This is one thing I hate about coal jaws. Is you're stuck guessing as to where your Can you see good, or you can? All right. Where's my face shield? It's, I think, yeah, I got it hanging up on the back side of the table, so miter. Thank you, sir. You ready? All right, guys, welcome back. So we've let the glue set, and now we've got it back on the lathe. Now I'm just using the coal jaws on the back end just as some added support for right now. But now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start blending these rings in on the outside so that we get one uniform wall. Yep. Change out tool rest to a longer tool rest. So what I'm doing is I'm keep stopping and checking to see if I've got any delamination spots, if I've got any flat points, which obviously I have up at the top. But in order for me to get the ones at the top, I'm going to have to pull the tailstock back, which I'll do here in just a minute. But other than that, the rest of the bowl seems to be just fine. So let's go ahead and pull the tailstock back, and let's get the top turned. Now, if you notice, I'm not taking very aggressive passes. When it comes to blending in the rings, all it really is just a simple shear cut or a scrape cut just to blend everything. The bowl is already in a shape. It's almost in form by your stacking of the rings. So there isn't a whole lot of reshaping that you should have to do. So now we're just getting rid of high points and blending everything together. We just have a couple more spots that we have to get out, and then the outside is going to be done, and we're going to focus our attention on the inside. Now you notice that the ribbons that I have coming off, they're very thin, very delicate. So again, not making aggressive cuts. And so one of the things that I have the most difficulty with when it comes to the segmented bowls is, like I said, all it is a blending cut. Well, what I find myself doing quite often is I focus on the top and then I focus on the bottom. and I kind of leave out the middle. So I end up with bumps down the rings. So before I move on to the inside, I'm just going to do a quick check on the outside and make sure that everything is flat. One way you can do that is simply by taking a little bit of sandpaper. In this case, we're going to go ahead and use some 120 grit. And we're going to see where my high spots are. But when I do my sanding, especially on the outside, I am going to put my lathe in reverse. It's going to carry the dust away from me. Now, if you notice, I do have several high spots on here. Again, right in the middle. So we're going to take a little bit of time, and we're going to try and bring those profiles flush with one another. Now, one of the things that I do want to point out, and this segmented turning is no different than any other type of turning. When I'm placing my chisel up to the bowl, to the piece, yeah, I take a look at where on the bowl the chisel is located, but once I know that I'm safely in contact and I'm not bouncing all over the place, I then turn my attention to the top. That's where the light's coming down, and that's where I can see the material disappearing. And so that's really where I want to focus. Because if I'm focused just right here, I'm not really getting a big picture view of what I'm actually doing. So I focus my attention on the top and look at the profile and see where my bumps are along the way. All right, I am satisfied with the outside of the bowl. So now we're going to go ahead and focus on the inside and get this guy hollowed out completely and finish her up. All right, guys, welcome back. Now we're set up to go on the inside of the bowl. The inside of the bowl can be really challenging just because you have these flat surfaces. And now instead of you being right here, right on the outside, and it being right up next to you, you can really focus on what's going on. Now you got to reach for it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start on the outside. We started on the bottom and worked our way up. Now that we're on the inside, we're going to start at the top and work our way down.
You need to pull your light over.
Yeah, this is getting really difficult for me to see. That's better.